Now I'm talking to Leonie O'Dowd from the Irish Syria Solidarity Movement. Leonie, could you tell us about the movement and how you got involved in it, please?
The movement really is people in Ireland who want to support people in Syria who are being subjected to a war which has been going on for 5 years. Almost 500,000 people have been killed. The world isn't paying a lot of attention, and we just want to draw attention to it and advocate for, action which is actually going to be of support to the people of Syria. I mean, for example, a very credible report published recently showed that the Assad regime is laying siege to areas of Syria, cities and other areas in Syria, and some of those sieges have been going on for 3.5 years. No food, no medicines have reached those areas in that time. So people are starving to death and are also dying of injuries and also just of normal diseases which people shouldn't die from anymore these days. And the UN are delivering humanitarian aid in Syria, but only to areas which are under Assad's control. He will not give them permission to deliver to the most needy areas where people are being starved, and they are not insisting. So that is one of the things we've been lobbying for. Ireland gives humanitarian aid. It's sort of the thing we do internationally, one of the big things we do, probably because of our own famine history. So Irish aid, in fact, through the UN is being delivered to areas where Assad is in control and not to the areas of most need. And we just really want to highlight that and object to that. This event today it's called Stand with Children of Syria, and it really is to highlight the situation for children, that many of them are being starved, that many of them have been displaced, that they are being killed in great numbers by bombing, and the bombing is being carried out by Assad and also by Russia, and to draw attention to the fact that Russia, who are, if you like, projecting themselves as fighting ISIS, have not actually been fighting ISIS. They've been working on Assad's behalf and have been bombing civilian areas, deliberately targeting hospitals. It has got to the point in Syria where hospitals now hide their location from the government because they know that if the government knows their location, they will be obliterated. So in Aleppo, which the government has just recently surrounded, there are 300,000 people who now are in danger of being starved to death. They're under constant bombardment. They have no hospitals. There are almost no hospitals left in the rebel-held areas of Aleppo.
If people want to find out more about your movement, what would be the best way to do that?
Well, they can go on to our website, which is www.irishsyriasolidaritymmovement.org. We also have a Facebook page, which is called Irish Syria Solidarity Movement. So they would find there about the sort of things that the events were organised, and they could also actually contact us. We'd be glad to have other people who feel the same way we do and also want to support the Syrian people.
And now I'm talking to Michael Duffy. Michael, could you tell us why you're here tonight, please?
I'm here today to show solidarity with the people, the innocent people of Syria who are having to go through an absolutely terrible time. They don't deserve any of this. There's so much killing going on, and yet the world powers seem helpless to stop it. Any intervention they've made so far seems to be only adding to the problem. So we'd just like to draw attention to something that really has to be put an end to.
You're a passer-by, aren't you, at this event?
I'm just walking by here on South King Street on the way home.
And you decided to help out at the event, yeah?
I just want to join with a group of people here. I'm just sad that it's not a bigger group. I was surprised that so many people are interested in what's going on there, and yet when it comes to showing support for them, I just don't see the numbers turning up.
Now I'm talking to Ali from the Irish Syria Solidarity Movement. Ali, could you tell us how you got involved in the movement, please?
Actually, I'm originally Syrian, and I left Syria during the conflict. So I have a long trip until I settle in Ireland. And then movement, actually, the solidarity movement with Syria, they used to do an activity like these things, stand with children, stand demo for the siege, for example. So I found them accidentally and I involved with them.
Are you a refugee, like in Ireland, officially? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you find Ireland? Do you like Ireland?
Ireland is a great, safe country, lovely people, helpful people also. So I think it's good, yeah.
Do you have family with you in Ireland?
Yes.
And you have family in Syria as well?
Yeah, of course. I have family everywhere right now. Actually, most of my family distributed in different countries. And I have cousins in around more than 17 countries. So everywhere I have family.
Okay, what's your message to the Irish government and the EU, you personally, and the organisation?
As Syrian, we hope that they could help more as they can. They do well and they try, I know, but still we would like some more help.
Now I'm talking to Eileen Boyle from the Irish Syria Solidarity Movement. Eileen, could you tell us how and why you got involved in the movement, please?
Well, because why would I not when the people of Syria are suffering so much? If there's any little thing I can do, I even feel helpless, even being part of this. Also because I was in Calais and I saw how desperate the people are.
When was this group set up, do you know?
I think it was 5 or 6 years ago when the trouble started first.
How long are you involved in it?
Well, I'm not directly involved in this so long, maybe a year or so, but because I was in Calais prior to that.
Were you working there as a volunteer?
Yeah, a couple of times.
How bad was it over there?
How bad?
Yeah, refugees.
Well, I mean, there are almost 6,000 people living in the jungle, so you can imagine what that's like, all living with tarp, and if it weren't for the charities, I don't know what they would do.
And, what's your message to the Irish government?
Please start making some real progress in bringing people in here and helping them to set up home in Ireland. I just think rather than avoiding the situation and little dribs and drabs, I think we can easily bring in more people.
And now I'm talking to Kamal. Kamal, you're from Syria, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. And how long are you living in Ireland?
A long time, about 20 years.
And do you like living in Ireland?
Yeah, it's very nice. People very friendly and very good life and good for our children for education.
When was the last time you were in Syria?
In 2010.
And you still have family over there, do you?
Still, my mom, my dad, my sister, some me.
Are you involved in this group long, the Irish Syria Solidarity? Are you involved in this group?
I'm supporting this group. I just support this group. And I support anything to support Syrian people, People suffering since 6 years, And nobody care about those people, except some those nice people. I mean, the government in Europe or anywhere, nobody care about people killed every day, 100 people killed, 100 of houses destroyed. See, the country, beautiful country, destroyed, for nothing, for just one president to stay, one person to be there, and see 2, 3, 4 million, displaced. And maybe 10 million displaced internally and 2 or 3 million externally to Europe, I don't understand why nobody likes to resolve this problem,
And what do you think of Assad getting support from Putin in Russia?
He's supported by, my belief, he's supported by America, by Russia, and by Iran. I don't know why he support him blindly. Why they're killing people for one person, why? I don't know. Nobody understands this. Why you killing people, destroy houses, destroy... If one kill a dog in Russia, so all people, they go talk about right, about animal rights, but they're killing, they pretend they're against terrorists, they're against extremists, but no, they're just killing civilian. We know that, everybody knows they're just killing civilian.
And now I'm talking to Hosa. Hosa, could you tell us, you're from Syria actually, first of all, eh?
Yes, I'm from Syria, yeah. I born in Syria and I just came in 2006 here to study, and then I stuck here in Ireland, yeah.
So you came here before the war started in Syria, yeah?
Sorry?
You came here before the war?
Before, yeah. Yeah, I came before the war, and then my plan was to go back, but because of the war, their situation, I couldn't go back.
And when was the last time you were in Syria?
2010.
And are you a member of this group, the Irish Syria Solidarity Movement, long?
I support them. I'm not particularly a member, but I support them in some occasions, yeah.
Yeah, and okay, and how do you like living in Ireland, do you?
Yes, I live in Ireland since I came in here.
And you like it, do you?
Yeah, I like it very much, yeah.
You have a family here now, don't you?
Yeah, I have a wife, yeah, and kids here, yeah.
And your wife's from Syria as well, isn't she?
From Syria, yeah. But we still have parents in Syria, so that's what we keep worrying about them, like everyday life, like that. We don't know the situation, and they live in Aleppo, which is now, the most dangerous city now in the world. So it's very worrying. Not every day, every minute, we have to check up on them, make sure they are alive, yeah.
And what's your message to the Irish government?
The Irish government been doing very well, and we argue them to keep doing the good deeds and good stuff. Just try, first of all, try to end that war, because this is the most important thing, that to end the war, because there is a massive people inside Syria who trapped. They can't go outside and they are bombed every day. Second of all, if they try to accommodate as much as possible refugees, because refugees now all over the world, and they are stuck in the Mediterranean Sea, in Greece and Italy, and so we hope that they keep the good work, and they continue receiving refugee here.
Yeah.